Most organizations have an incident response plan. Unfortunately, many discover during a real cyber crisis that their plan does not work. When ransomware spreads across critical systems, customer data is exposed, or business operations are disrupted, organizations often face a second problem on top of the attack itself. Confusion. Roles become unclear. Decisions are delayed. Communications break down. And recovery takes far longer than expected. The result is often greater business damage than the original attack itself. In this briefing, we'll examine why incident response plans frequently fail during real-world cyber incidents and what executive leaders can do to improve organizational readiness. Many organizations treat incident response as a compliance requirement. They create a document, assign responsibilities, store it in a shared repository, and assume the organization is prepared. But a documented plan is not the same as operational readiness. The reality is that most cyber incidents unfold under extreme pressure. Leaders are forced to make decisions with incomplete information. Technical teams are working to contain threats. Legal teams are evaluating obligations. Executives are assessing business impacts. Customers may be affected. Regulators may require notification. And the situation continues evolving by the minute. Under those conditions, organizations do not rise to the level of their plans. They fall to the level of their preparation. The consequence is that many organizations lose valuable time during the first hours of an incident. Critical decisions are delayed. Escalation paths become unclear. External communications become inconsistent. And recovery efforts become fragmented. In many cases, the largest business impacts occur not because of the initial attack, but because the response process lacks maturity. Downtime increases. Financial losses grow. Customer trust declines. Regulatory exposure expands. And leadership confidence erodes. This is why mature organizations approach incident response differently. They assume that plans will fail unless they are tested regularly. They conduct tabletop exercises involving executives, technical teams, legal counsel, communications leaders, and operational stakeholders. They simulate realistic scenarios, not theoretical ones. They test ransomware events, cloud outages, third-party compromises, identity-based attacks, and business continuity failures. The objective is not to validate the plan. The objective is to identify weaknesses before a real crisis exposes them. High-performing organizations also establish clear decision-making authority. Everyone understands who is responsible for escalation, who can authorize containment actions, who communicates externally, and who makes business continuity decisions. This reduces confusion when time becomes critical. Most importantly, mature organizations recognize that incident response is not a cybersecurity process. It is an organizational process. Cyber incidents affect operations, finance, legal, communications, customers, vendors, and executive leadership. Response capability must therefore extend beyond the security team. Organizations that respond effectively treat incident response as a business discipline rather than a technical function. The organizations that recover fastest are rarely the ones with the most detailed plans. They are the ones that have practiced execution. Because during a crisis, preparation becomes performance. And performance determines resilience. The question is no longer whether your organization has an incident response plan. The question is whether your organization can execute that plan when everything is moving at once and every minute matters. Subscribe to Cyber Risk Review for weekly executive cybersecurity intelligence briefings focused on governance, resilience, AI risk, technical due diligence, and enterprise cyber strategy.